Do you use social media to bring awareness to your medical billing business? More specifically, do you use Instagram to bring awareness to your medical billing business? And even more specifically than that, do you go live? What's up? My name is Kat, and I am the owner of Superior Medical Consulting, where we supply superior medical billing solutions for your private practice. You can visit us at superiormedicalconsulting.com. So, today, let's talk about going live and using Instagram Live as part of your marketing strategy for your medical billing business. Y'all know I gotta work, so we're gonna talk and work. But going live can be stressful and it can be kind of scary because you sometimes, especially if we aren't used to talking just to a camera or talking on social media, it could be intimidating because you don't really know what to talk about. You don't, especially when you're new, you don't know what your audience is into. You don't know what would be appropriate to say. It's just so many questions and concerns that you will face when you're thinking about going live. Um, in my opinion, if you're using social media, if you're not using social media to market your medical billing business, you are leaving a whole population of people out of bringing awareness to you. But also, I think Instagram or whatever popular social media is during this time that you're watching this is necessary for any business owner. And going live is just a benefit. Now, is it necessary? That's debatable. But is it worth it? Yeah, you should utilize going live. Now, how often you do that what kind of depends on your goals, your awareness goals, what topics you should talk about. We're gonna get to that, and what is the importance of going live? Let's start with that. So we all know that the purpose of social media is to be social. And what better way to be social than to show your face on social media? So you going live, my goal when I go live is basically to build a connection. I'm trying to build this know, like, and trust factor with potential clients, with fellow billers, with fellow coders, and I'm trying to bring awareness to my business at the same time. So, in order for me to build that awareness, build that trust on whatever platforms we're using Instagram as the example in this video, but whatever platforms allow you to go live, you should utilize that as often as you feel comfortable to, especially in the beginning. So going live just brings a face to the business. It shows them that you know what you're talking about. So it's building up that trust factor, and it's making you memorable. I don't know how many times I have people that when they talk to me about, this business, they recognize me instantly because of my face, because I use my face in my business awareness. I'm not just using, posts, flyers, just business cards. I'm also bringing a face to it, and I'm coming as I am. Like I work. I work a lot in my business, building it right now. So right now, I'm only able to sit with you at my desk while I'm working doing this, but it's bringing awareness that one, I am doing the work to, show you that I am in the medical billing and coding world. But two, I'm also showing you my face and letting you hear my voice and letting you hear how I speak, letting you hear the knowledge that comes out of my head through my mouth. I'm talking to you. I'm building a rapport. And I think that's what providers, especially if your goal is to attract providers like to hear how confidently you speaking. A lot of providers, especially depending on the specialty that you are billing and coding for, like to know that they vibe well with their biller and their coder because they have a close relationship. They need the biller and the coder to be able to speak the same language as them, or at least get to know their thought processes a little bit more intimately than average, so that you will be comfortable asking questions, sending inquiries, requesting information from them, working together in order to get their bills paid, their finances in order, their claims out as clean as possible. So it's very important to build a trust relationship with providers. And if you're starting off on social media, that's how you can turn a cold lead into a warm lead, into a hot lead, by putting yourself out there. Um, Also, if you are struggling to get clients for your business, going live will help you tremendously because even though it may be slow, you may be talking to an empty room for, a little while. I don't know how long. Everybody's timeline is different. Even though you may be talking to an empty room for a while, eventually you'll start to have people trickle into your lives. You'll have people starting to share your lives. You will have people starting to suggest your lives to, other providers. And, that way is, building up your community, building up your kind of your tribe. As you get questions, that will help you feel more confident in what to go live about, because you'll have topics that your community is asking you and you can elaborate going live. Also, another benefit of going live is to have that interaction, that banter, that back and forth. When people type in their comments and their questions, it kind of will jog your memory to help you. Oh, it was another point I wanted to say. Oh, and I'm glad you asked that question, because let's talk about that. And it also gives you content ideas too, because one person has this question, definitely millions, thousands more people have, this question. At least hundreds of people more have this question. So going live is really, really good for helping you come up with topics for future videos. Now you may be wondering, like, what do I talk about initially? Because like I don't have the audience, I don't have the questions, or you're new at your social media and you just trying to get your face out there and you want to go live, but you don't know what to talk about. Um, if you are a newer coder or biller, you may want to talk about stuff that you're learning. So if you just learned about, maybe um, how to level your E&M services, with the new E&M changes that just happened in 2023, you can go live and say, post a question. Do you guys like the new E&M changes that happened in 2023? And you can state your argument in a couple minutes about why you think it's better or worse. And you can provide some, feedback on what you've been seeing and the things that you've been billing and the things you've been coding. You can just talk about, how to appropriately code an E&M visit, level an E&M visit, or how to appropriately build an E&M visit. Um, what modifiers you can use, the different modifiers. Like, there's so many things that you can talk about, especially if you're a new coder or biller that you are learning, because you're in that mindset of learning and you're trying to make sense of all of this stuff that's just coming in your brain that you're learning about. And you may not want to pose yourself as the expert per se in the beginning. You may still want to come off as a student if you're not confident that you can speak, very confidently about, coding and billing and stuff like that. But you can just come off as a student and say, oh, I've learned about this week. And, like I was interested in, what other people have to say about this. And, here are my thoughts. And this is how I understand it. Let me know how you understand it. Let's talk about this. And you would definitely get some people that, is interacting either during the live or at a later date to those videos to help you, maneuver your way through it. So that is just a few things I wanted to talk about going live. I think it's not, like I say, debatable if it's necessary, but it's definitely helpful. It definitely is an asset to building your medical billing business, because it is getting you out there. It's basically a live commercial. It's basically a press conference. It's like, I'm showing you what I know. I'm talking the talk. I'm in this industry, and I'm inviting you to kind of like interact with me, ask questions, maybe pick my brain, maybe, or give me your opinion, maybe. And then, we go from there. So I hope this video was, informative, helpful for you. And I want to say congratulations on taking the steps to start your medical billing business. And I wish you so much success. And if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. And let me know what your thoughts are on going live on any of the platforms. Do you go live? Have you had any success going live? What's the biggest benefit that you've received from going live? That would be real interesting to know and to share with other people that may, have some reservations about going live. So until the next video, I will talk to you soon.